Oh, you already know how I feel. I have a whole TikTok. I have a whole TikTok page on mental health. That's why I say I'm certified in many things, but that's not important. What is important is your mental health.
Come
And
on.
so now we're going to get into men's real mental health. Like I know you're saying that men don't need therapy, but men don't need the therapy that he's talking about, that society's talking about. Men need the therapy that's on the Too Much Moxie show.
Come
Men
on.
need to hear the real. That's the therapy that men need.
Come on. Now today's show, man, y'all see the picture there. I was on a TikTok. This was a therapist or someone claiming to be for men's mental health, and he has some talking points. Safe space for men to open up. Uh, I guess he wants to validate men's feeling. Your feelings are real. Crying is not a weakness. Vulnerability is a strength, and suppressing is not healthy. If you guys agree with him in the chat, y'all let me know. But I'm here to tell you that everything that man is saying and the discussion that we had on his TikTok, the brother talked to me and he was respectful. But after I hit him with my responses, he really didn't want no more smoke. So we're gonna go through these points one at a time, and I'm just gonna combat everything this brother's saying. I'll just go through them real quick. I'm gonna bring up Walt D, and we're gonna talk about these things and talk about why we believe the way we believe. But they're meant to be alarming. They're meant to challenge you a little bit. They're meant to really make you think. Why would I say there is no safe space for men? That's number one. So to counteract his safe space for men to open up, I want men to know there is no safe space for men. Okay. I also want men to know that your feelings are not real. Your feelings are not facts. So if you're in tune with your feelings, men, I need to bring you up out of that. Crying is a weakness. Okay. Doesn't mean you're weak, but crying is a weakness. And I will explain. And vulnerability is not strength. Vulnerability is vulnerability. You need to know that, man. There's no strength in vulnerability. That's why it's called vulnerability. Look up the definition of vulnerability. Vulnerability is vulnerability. Let's not play these little semantic games, right, with words. Suppressing is not healthy. Well, controlling your emotions is healthy. How about that? If he's going to say suppressing is not healthy, I'm going to tell you as men that controlling your emotions is healthy for men. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Well, D, we up in this mug, man. We up in.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't even know. This is a great topic. We've been meaning to have this discussion for a very long time. I'm just, I don't want to get all over the place, but um, I feel very strongly about men's mental health. How do you feel about men's mental health?
Oh, you already know how I feel. I have a whole TikTok. I have a whole TikTok page on mental health. That's why I say I'm certified in many things, but that's not important. What is important is your mental health.
Come
And
on.
so now we're going to get into men's real mental health. Like I know you're saying that men don't need therapy, but men don't need the therapy that he's talking about, that society's talking about. Men need the therapy that's on the Too Much Moxie show.
Come
Men
on.
need to hear the real. That's the therapy that men need.
Come on. Come on. Facts. Man, I always say this, man, we're not, I'm not, me personally. Now you could say something different for you as a man, right? Any man out there can say differently, but I want to tell you what it is and what it isn't, right? For me, getting in touch with my feminine side, no, that's a no. I don't need to do that. Okay. Um, Sitting on a couch having my feelings heard, I guess that's okay, but that's not what I need. Okay. And maybe some men want that, but I think that's very few men. I don't think men have a problem with getting their feelings heard, right? I think men want their problem solved. If I'm going to go to a man with a problem, I don't want a therapy session. I want solutions. Okay. I don't want to sit on the couch. I don't want to hear the sea brushing up against the sand in the background. I don't want to have a meditation or a seance or take 10 breaths to breathe in the stress and breathe out the stress. I don't want to do those rituals and those routines. I don't want to be medicated. I don't want you to say, here, we got a pill for that. Okay. I want actual solutions. I want somebody to tell me, hey man, you need to hold your own nuts and you need to get out there and be a man and get this job done. I want somebody reminding me that the work is more important than how I feel. That's what I want. I want somebody to remind me that my purpose is bigger than how I feel. That's what men need. I want somebody to challenge me. I want another masculine man that I respect to tell me, hey, bro, you're tripping right now. You're tripping right now. You need to get yourself in gear. I need to go back out there and try again until you succeed. You're going to figure out a way. The answer's in you. I need somebody to give me the hardcore truths and facts of life, Walt. I don't need this kumbaya session. I don't need them telling me it's okay to cry. I don't need them digging back up trauma that I've already beaten. I've already defeated. I don't need to go back and revisit some childhood trauma just so I can. No, guess what? I had already got over that. I'm not stuck at 5 years old. I'm not stuck at 11 years old. I'm not stuck at 16 years old. I didn't already work through that. However, what I worked through it, I didn't work through it already. I need solutions for it today, for right now. I got a problem with my wife. I got a problem with this addiction. I got a problem. I'm lazy. Somehow I get this feeling of depression, but I know depression's not even real. I need some solutions. Not no kumbaya sessions.
That's right.
Therapy works different for women than do men. Women want to feel heard. Men, we just want our problem solved so we can move on to the next obstacle.
Well, you know something? This is my issue as a life coach, as a minister. One of the biggest issues that I have with a lot of professional therapists is that they're too institutionalized. It's ridiculous and too biased towards women. If you notice, nobody or no therapist has a problem having you get in touch with your feminine side. But how many therapists do you know will help you build up your masculine side? Will say, get in touch with your masculine side. That lets you know that there's a bias right there. Because we hear it all the time. Get in touch with your feminine side. Get in touch with your feminine side. Well, okay, but I'm a man. How many of you are going to help me, whether you're a therapist or a mentor or whatever, are going to help me with my masculine side? And not that many people are trying to help you with your masculine side because we have these terms and this feminist geared institution saying terms like toxic masculinity, trying to make masculinity out to be toxic when it's not. When you look at the people that run these institutions and run curriculum, a lot of them are far left feminist.
Come on.
That's exactly why they want so many women getting these degrees and getting in these professions and getting in these areas so that they can control the narrative. So it's ridiculous. So we need to help. Men need the therapy that's going to help them. Men need therapy like what's on this show. Men don't need to be told to put on another skin that's not them. Men don't need to be conditioned to be feminist. Men don't need to be conditioned and farmed to be on the plantation that panders to women. Men need to learn how to be men. If anything, teach a man how to understand a woman, but not how to be a woman.
Come on. Come on. Well said Walt D. If I had my sound effects board like I used to have, it'd be a round of applause on that, man. You know, what I picked up from that is men don't need therapists. They need mentors. They need coaches. They need leaders. We don't need therapy. We don't need therapy sessions, but we do need mentors. Righteous mentors, masculine mentors, coaches, leaders. That's what men need. Women can sit around the fire and have a kumbaya session, but men, we got to prepare for war. We're on the battlefield. And if you're not looking at the world like that, shame on you. The world is not so soft as you think it is. Look at what's going on in the world today. Wars, rumors of wars. Talking about we could be going into this war, that war, or we're coming into this era or that time period. You know, y'all better pay attention and wake up, man. You guys are acting too much like civilians, man. Get your butt in gear, man, and gear up, man. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I mean, we're coming up on some serious things that could be happening in this country, and we need to be prepared and we need to be ready.